Welcome, welcome, welcome. We all make business mistakes. None of us are immune to that. I am going to share with you the 5-step process that you can take to rectify a mistake. So, welcome. My name is Nina Sachs. I am a digital marketer, and I am going to share with you the process that I go through when I realize that I have made a mistake in my business. And as an online business owner who's new in the industry, there are plenty of mistakes that I have made. And I know that if you're delving into the world to set up your own automated online business, that there are probably a few little downfalls and mistakes that you might be making on the way as well. So straight to it. And with the first one, the first step that we need to do is first acknowledge. So first acknowledging that there was a problem or a mistake that you made. So whatever that could be in your work day, in your work environment, it might be that, you've posted a YouTube video and you didn't get the views or the traction that you liked. You realized that you didn't actually speak as succinctly as you wanted. Maybe it was your TikTok post or your Instagram post. Something that you didn't really work. Maybe you weren't resonating enough with your ideal customer. Like my ideal customer are those of you who love to travel, who want to travel more often, more frequently, and in the style that you want. And maybe that didn't come across in my messaging. So noticing and recognizing, number one, what the mistake is that you made and taking a step back. All right, so, okay, maybe my messaging wasn't clear enough. Maybe I was all over the place in what I was talking about. So just understanding, okay, what was the first mistake that I made? Number two is we really need to reframe this idea of failure. Like just because you put something out there and it didn't get the views or the traction or the engagement that you anticipated doesn't make it a failure. FAIL is an acronym for first attempts in learning. And that's exactly what it is, especially if you're new on the journey and you're new on this adventure. There's going to be a lot of failure. There's going to be a lot of first attempts in learning because you are learning a whole load of new skills. And if you think about it, the first time you got on a bicycle, you weren't able to freewheel down the driveway without falling off or crashing. The first time you started driving a manual car, you weren't, what's it called? You not seize the car, but you didn't put the clutch in properly and then it jerked and stopped and cut out. There we go. That's the word, cut out. All right. So just realizing that when we are learning something new, when we're doing something new, when you're coming on social media, when you're creating your YouTube videos, when you're creating your TikTok posts, your Instagram posts, when you're going live, there are times when you're going to make mistakes because you are still learning. It is a first attempt in learning. And so instead of being hard on yourself and thinking that things need to be perfectly, that you can only put yourself out there if you're perfect, that's not going to work either, because then you're never actually going to take a step. And when you're creating an automated online business like I have, and you're welcome to get the free blueprint down in the descriptions below on exactly how I'm doing that. If you don't have any products to sell, you can see what the system is that I'm using. So if you think that you're only going to that things need to be perfect before you put them out there, you are going to take forever to get going. You're actually never going to get going because you're always going to be stuck in this perfectionistic mindset. So realizing that failure is just your first attempt in learning and that we keep learning. Now, that leads me to step 3, which is key. Because if you make a mistake, you need to rectify that. You need to acknowledge what the mistake was, not be hard on yourself about it, and then you've got to learn and improve and realize, okay, what are the 2 things? And this is what I love doing. What are the 2 things that I could change the next time I create a post, the next time I go live, the next time I need to sit down at my desk to do some learning? Like, what are the 2 things I can do to improve so that this doesn't happen again? And I always say, okay, what is the one hard thing that I can start learning more about to improve? And what is one easy thing that I can implement? So that it's not always just difficult, that it's just like a small little tweak. So let me give you an example. Let's make this more tangible. So say, for example, I am wanting to improve my YouTube videos. Okay, so a hard thing I could do is write out my script a little bit more clearly, define exactly what it is that I'm wanting to speak about, and then practice it maybe 2 or 3 times before I come on. Maybe also having my sheet up here to say, okay, like, what is the vision? Like, who am I speaking to? Okay, I'm speaking to those people who love to travel and who want to change their lifestyle and become a digital nomad. Okay, I know that I now need to bring this into my next conversation. So I have something visible there. Now, that might be like a hard task for me to do, especially if I don't like to write down what it is that I'm doing. The easy task that I might have is like, say, okay, on my next video, I haven't been doing a call, or in the previous videos, I haven't been doing a call to action. So in this video, all I'm going to ask my people is like, please give this a thumbs up if this is helpful. Okay, now that's an easy thing that I can do. And now if I do these things, every time I do a video, I'm going to improve. All right, so that was like an example of like how you can learn and implement at the same time. Again, we're not going for perfection. We're just going for a 1% improvement. Because if you do a 1% improvement each time in 100 in a year, that is going to be a 37% improvement. So that is really, really exciting. All right. The fourth thing is that when you're learning is taking action and actually doing it. So the first one was, let's just recap, acknowledging the problem. The second one is reframing the idea of what failure sounds like. Number 3 is learning, and then learning about the problem and resolving that, fixing that, knowing what you need to do. And number 4 is actually taking action. So getting on a video and actually taking action towards those 4 things, or those 2 things. Remember, we said a hard one and an easy one, and you now starting to take action. And then the 5th step is reassess and reevaluate and celebrate. So after you've done the call, give yourself a good pat on the back and say, well done. You took the lessons learned and you did that 1% improvement. We're not looking for 100% improvement. We're just looking for a 1% improvement. Is this just a little bit better than the last time I did it? Yes. Okay, great. Did I do that call to action? Yes, I did. I asked people to give me a thumbs up. Did they give me a thumbs up? Well, I'll be able to see. And then you take a moment to reassess. How did you feel? How were the views? How was the engagement? What was the what were the parameters that you had set for yourself? And then you celebrate, and then you go through this process again. So you acknowledge, okay, what was the mistake? What was the problem that I made? All right, these are the things I noticed. Choose one hard and one easy that you're going to work on the next time, and then take action and implement again. And that way, when you do that, you are going to be able to keep improving, keep improving, keep improving. And that's how you turn your business mistakes, especially your social media mistakes, into opportunities. And that is how you grow and evolve. Because if you don't take these opportunities, you're just going to be stuck in where you are right now. You're not going to learn. You're not going to learn anything about yourself. You're not going to learn anything about your business. You're not going to learn about an opportunity on how to grow. So when we understand our mistakes and we take and we learn, and so when we learn, we might have to go get some education somewhere. We might have to listen to our mentor. We might have to go into a training program we've done to reevaluate, okay, how do I focus on my branding? How do I focus on connecting with my perfect or my ideal customer? How do I present myself on social media? Like, you've got to probably go and watch those trainings and recordings. And that's why the 3rd step is research and learn. And that's why I love the digital growth community, because you have so much information on there, exactly how you can learn and earn at the same time. And again, if you're interested, you can grab the link to a free blueprint in the descriptions below. And that's going to share with you exactly the process that I'm part of and using, and what I'm doing to build my business and to grow. And if you have any questions, just pop yes already in the comments, and I'll get back to you. I'll answer any of your questions. And again, remember, every morning I'm here at 7 a.m. South African Standard Time to kind of like answer your questions and give you a little bit of motivation, advice, and insight into this journey of online marketing for complete beginners with the digital growth community, and how you too can set yourself up for success so you can travel where you want, when you want, in the style that you want, possibly even becoming that digital nomad in the future. Maybe that is the long-term goal. So if this was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you again tomorrow for the next installment. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and remember, travel adventure awaits. See you.